The Maldives is located in the equilateral region and borders the Indian Ocean. Due to their location, they are prone to extreme weather patterns such as monsoons, heavy rainfall, storms, and extreme dry seasons. Climate change has proposed severe health risks. As polar ice caps melt, sea levels gradually rise each year, resulting in increased flooding in the region. According to NASA, 80% of the Maldives is underwater, and the rest is 1 meter above sea level. This is due to the developed country's CO2 emissions. This results in the polar ice caps melting and expanding the ocean. In Graph 1, the constant increase in emissions in China and America are some of the highest due to their industrial production, resulting in the Maldives with only 1.7 million tons of CO2 emissions being affected more than developed countries. As pipes are often placed through walkways, this results in improper water distribution of storm and wastewater. If flooding continues to occur in the Maldives, many issues arise. This includes the spread of waterborne diseases, infrastructure damage, and most importantly, loss of land. If the Maldives is to submerge in the Indian Ocean, citizens will be left displaced, and the water use of neighbouring countries will be impacted by saltwater and other contaminants. Residents can also expect contamination of drinking water, therefore imposing lower sanitation rates. Not only can flooding lead to waterborne diseases, but it can also lead to respiratory issues, skin infections, increasing rate of insects carrying diseases, and mental health issues. Waterborne diseases include cholera and hepatitis, which will be found in drinking water and can cause death if regulations for safe drinking water are not met. Malaria will also have an increased transmission rate, as breeding grounds for mosquitoes will be present. Strategy 1. The Netherlands. The Netherlands mitigation strategy for flooding is considered to be the best in the world due to its effectiveness in reducing flood damages. This is done by implementing dikes and seawalls. The Netherlands is under the sea level, so they use dikes to hold back the ocean to prevent further flooding. For a dike to be implanted in the Maldives, they must consider the further increase in sea level due to climate change and rainwater, so that they can withstand wave heights in any type of weather event. If more dikes are implanted throughout the Maldives, consequences of land loss, infrastructure damage, and diseases that arise from flooding will be reduced. Fortunately, the Maldives has implanted seawalls around the main island, Mali. Seawalls are effective as they can reduce nesting areas for other species, as a reduction of sand and other nutrients occurs due to the construction. The use of dikes in the Maldives allows to control floods and debris. By having a controlled natural disaster, this increases the overall health of Maldives, as natural disasters lead to increased injuries, diseases, and mental health issues. Strategy 2. Geoengineered islands. Humale is a geoengineered island that the Maldives government created. This was done by extracting seabeds and pouring sand over an already submerged island. The island was built 2 meters higher than the sea level, 1 meter higher than Mali. The solution also effectively reduces the Mali's population density, as this area is well capped. Flooding of Humale has a decreased risk to human well-being due to the height of the island and proper infrastructure. Flooding is being mitigated, which reduces the introductions of diseases and transmissions due to low population density as well. By having a low population density, this allows for less direct contact with people contracting the virus, as well as much larger living conditions. As diseases are less present in Humale, citizens have higher well-being due to the reduction of health issues. This is reflected by the image on the left showing low numbers of infectious diseases in Humale. Unfortunately, the Maldives can no longer expand their islands as they can't build past a certain point in the sea. Land reclamation is unethical for marine life as it destroys seabeds, breaking down coral reefs and forcing marine life to mitigate. The strategy is both an adaptation and mitigation. It is an adaptation as it is reclaiming land and putting adequate flood prevention measures, and a mitigation strategy by relocating citizens in Male to here to reduce population density and provide better health standards for the Maldives. Strategy 3. Green areas. Many countries have green areas which absorb water and slow down stormwater running for drainage. Many developed countries like the UK, USA, and Australia have these facilities. Maldives spends $10 million annually to help build flood prevention programs. However, with such a large population density, there is no room for natural landscapes, as land purposes are used for homes and other resources. Humale has a large marina inside the island, as seen in the map. With funding that the Maldives government uses for floods, as well as further funding from other countries, they should fill in the marina with the seabed below. The green highlighted area shows where further development of Huhumale and smaller islands around the Maldives could be developed. Not only could they use this land for more homes and essential services, they'll be able to leave a portion of the green areas to absorb the water when sea level rises. This decreases the aftermath of floods and poses better safety and living conditions for citizens. The best strategy the Maldives could implement is land reclamation. It is a suitable strategy for the Maldives to keep using. It has been proven to work effectively due to the creation of Huhumale, which allows residents to move to an island that is 2 meters above seawater. This improves citizens' health as they are no longer exposed to severe flooding, reducing mortality rates and infectious diseases, and increasing life expectancy. The solution may not be ethical due to UN agreements and other countries' belief due to the destruction of marine ecosystems and habitats, but is an essential solution to the health and well-being of citizens and keeping Maldives on the map.